Cool. What's going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Right there. Be on for a little
That's
bit of
good.
Q&A. Also, want to let you guys know free training's going down in about an hour at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you get registered for that if you haven't already. And if you're watching this maybe tomorrow on the replay, go ahead and get registered for future trainings as well. They're going to be at that same link right there. So make sure you guys do that. Get action done.
For sure. Had a couple people. There's like questions from a couple hours ago. I love the vibes on that one. What up, Brandon? What up, Kenny? How you guys doing? Let's see if we can get the usual cast in here.
We're a little. I don't know. I guess we're right on time. We're a little late.
We're a little.
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
We're a little early, late. I don't know. Today's been a weird one.
Yeah.
What's up, Eddie? What's up, Gene? Yeah, so let us know as you guys trickle in if we can answer any questions. We got the class going down in about an hour. That should answer a lot more of those questions for you kind of automatically, but hanging out here for a second.
Cool. Yes. Some of you guys are tapping in on Instagram as well. Make sure you get registered for the free training going down at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. If you haven't already, you can do so in my bio. Going to be breaking down step by step how to get started with all this stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll do that. What's going on?
Placing OA orders as you're watching. That's the appropriate multitask on Prime Day.
Yeah, it's nice, guys. So basically make sure you're checking all your favorite websites to see what sales they have going on, because not only are obviously your Amazon sales should be very good today as well, but it's also going to be a really, really good opportunity to buy products as well.
Yeah, check those coupon extensions. There's a bunch of stuff that they're also not publishing, but it's also happening kind of behind the scenes.
Sure. Cool. How to block Karens on Amazon? That's a good question right there. The SOP on that too.
Did they say how to block or bot?
Yeah, Cynthia. Yeah.
That's funny.
Cool. Yo, just crushed a little RA. Shout out SellerAmp. Yes, sir. Dropping off FBM orders as we speak. That's the way to do it. Right there. Cool. What all questions you guys got for us? Right here. We love to help. It was raining all day and now it's sunny. It's a good sign.
It's a sign that there's profit waiting for you.
Yeah. And so where should someone start, right? If they're a little overwhelmed, they hear there's a lot of sales going on, where should someone start for Prime Day OA sourcing?
I mean, if you're completely new and you're overwhelmed, it's still down to reverse sourcing. It's just reverse sourcing is way easier today. If you've found success on a couple brands before, then go straight to the websites that are selling those brands. See if there's some good stuff. Maybe stuff you recognize. Go pack through like literally everything you've bought. There's a good chance that all the leads you bought in the past, some are going to be on sale. That's super valuable stuff that people are not taking advantage of. Just filtering down to the Under Armour sale. I think they're Under Armour sale today, right? Filter down to all your Under Armour leads, and bang, you got a bunch of stuff without doing any work.
Yeah, I think at the core, just basic reverse sourcing, but reverse sourcing is way easier now because a lot of websites have deals going on, so that makes it way easier basically to make stuff work. I'm just gonna grab my charger and plug my phone in.
Sweet. What does Keepa do that's on? Listen, variations are easier to look at with Keepa. SellerAmp does a lot of it, but there's some more advanced data that you want with Keepa. How do you know what to look for in an online website? I mean, if they sell profitable stuff, right? Like if you're asking how to trust them, then Trustpilot, if they have a PayPal checkout, are two good things to check. But I mean, any site that wants your money, runs some coupons, all that kind of stuff is a good site.
Yeah, and as a beginner, you shouldn't really be going to random websites expecting to find stuff. Instead, you should be finding products that you already know are good on Amazon by looking at the data and then seeing what websites carry them right there, which is basically called reverse sourcing.
For sure. Before buying, can you go list the product on Sell Essential, see if you can sell it? I mean, you wouldn't want to do that before you buy it, because then if it goes out of stock or then you got an order you got to cancel. You can merchant fulfill, test it out that way, be a little bit faster than FBA, but you would want to buy it, at least a couple units to test.
Yeah. Eventually down the line, you might get a little fancy with that with retail arbitrage and stuff, but I definitely wouldn't be doing that as a beginner. If inventory on SellerAmp says 0+, what's that mean? Yes, that's just an error right there, because you can verify if that seller is actually in stock. You can look at how many they have in stock on Keepa as well. But I think competitor stock counts are pretty overrated. I would say if it's an issue, you'll see it in the charts, honestly.
A lot of times if you see a plus, it also means they might be hiding stock. is most of the time what that is. 0 plus it's probably like an FC transfer or something.
What industry is the easiest to get into / most beginner? I see a lot of beginner products for some of the starting accounts, which I've been trying to reverse source. Yeah, the nice thing is it's all the products are the same, just kind of like where it comes from. So like Jesse, if you're really into beauty stuff, it'll be easier, right? I'm really into basketball, so I've always liked selling shoes and stuff like that. It's made it easier, just because I'm already familiar with some of those websites prior. But everything works. It's just what you can find properly.
Yeah, there's not really too many categories that are like genuinely harder. It just comes down to what you like, have fun sourcing.
Yeah, like that'll make it way easier, basically.
Good rule of thumb for trying to compete with the buy box. How much higher than the current buy box price? That's a good question. The way you're phrasing that means you know how to squeeze some profit out of a listing. But yeah, like if you're trying to price above the buy box, you're gonna have a lot more success doing it on the faster selling listings or listings where FBA is having trouble being in stock. So both of those are going to be perfect use cases during Q4 sales rush, all that. That's just going in and setting your min price like at the highest places you've seen the buy box actually rotate up to.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that it's very static, or it's very like it changes a lot. And like if stuff's pumping for you during Q4, like you should totally consider raising your minimum price on the repricer. If you stop getting buy box as much, you can lower it again, as much as you guys want. Right there. Yeah, we got no laundry in today. I was good about doing it yesterday, so I won't need to for a couple of days. Right there. But all I wear is buy box bandits and SellerAmp merch. And I actually got the rising grind. Got the rising grind merch on today. Right here. Boom. Check out Pete's Flips on Twitter. At Pete's Flips on Twitter right there. I'm coming from the sneaker industry on a resale store. Oh, beautiful, man. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Cool. No,
you'll be doing fine.
Sure. So I've been told to stay away from because of authenticity complaints. Should I stay away from them completely? No, but you should stay away from them if you're buying them from other resellers. You have nothing to worry about if you're buying stuff from, Foot Locker and, all these like, actual suppliers that we like to buy from.
Yeah, Amazon needs to be able to trust your supplier. But beyond that, like all those skills are going to translate a bunch. Like coming from sneakers is probably the best thing to come from. You'll crush.
Oh, dude, completely. Yeah, Jesse, like honestly, Jesse, I know you're talking about doing beauty. Don't do any beauty stuff. Like sell some of your existing shoe inventory, and like those types of SKUs will be best. The type of stuff that does best on Amazon is like super basic, like black and white, etc.
For sure.
Right there. So it's nice and easy.
Somebody asked a good question. Difference in habits between a 10K a month seller and 50 to 100K a month seller.
Oh yeah, it's who they talk to on a day-to-day basis. That's the big one.
Yeah, it's getting yourself out there. It's having confidence to buy deeper. All that kind of stuff.
Just, willpower. Willpower, how much you care, how much time you think about it. But like there's a lot less in terms of like revenue numbers of like the difference between like 5 and 25 is way different than is way further away than like 50 to 100 basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like once you get past like 10 is like the classic, but I think like once you're past 20, like you kind of, it's just more of the same after 20.
Yeah, more and better right there. Could you compete with them and how do you price versus them? Yeah. So, only one seller. You have to check how other people have competing against them in the past, Mark. If they've only ever been the one person on it, it's kind of tough to gauge like that, but typically there'll have been other people in the past too.
How to read Keepa and variation listings. Miles and I both have Keepa tutorials. Flips for Miles Keepa, Fields of Profit Keepa. Those will both take you to good Keepa tutorials.
Yeah, we should probably make a variation specific video too. Honestly, I think that'd be pretty helpful.
I think I have one from like
cool
2.5 years ago, but it's probably outdated at this point.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, right there. So basically, Jay, the big thing is just differentiating the data that's unique to the different listings versus not unique to the different listings. Right. So for example, each Keepa chart is going to be unique per each size, right? Each review count is going to be unique per each size, right? So each price can be unique for each size. So you can go in the variations tab and filter by reviews, filter by price, and then ultimately make buying decisions based off the individual Keepa chart for that one. Right there.
But a big one is if you're like looking at shoes or something, go and filter by new price, high to low, and then just filter down to the color you're looking at. And you just see all the specific shoes that you're actually interested in. Obviously we're talking shoes here, but.
Sure, yeah, because luckily with shoes, guys, it's really easy to scale because you might be able to find 4 different products on one listing, which makes it so much easier and so much more efficient, basically.
Can beat an IP complaint with an invoice? Yeah, absolutely, all the time. If you're in the roadmap, you got templates for that as well. I'm not sure if you are.
What are ROIs to look for when starting? Yeah, man, 30% plus. You can even go a little bit lower than that just to get proof of concept. Like all you're hunting for when you're new is proof of concept. So like, 25% plus cash back, stuff like that.
You just need to make something. Like your brain needs proof that you can actually bring in money. So don't die. Don't let the business die looking for the perfect first product.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And the nice thing too is especially like this time of year, it's so easy to FBM stuff. You can buy one of stuff and just test it right there, which is absolutely awesome.
Should you delete the inactive listings you can't replenish? Dude, good question. Yes, especially if you think it's a brand that might IP complain at some point. Because it's the worst when you haven't sold something for 6 months and they come and give you an IP complaint on something you haven't sold in a long time. If it's a brand you're confident in, then you should honestly keep it because you want to keep that data so you can come back and be like, oh, last Christmas we sold 100 of these and it was in a day. I'm going to stock up 3,000. So like that kind of stuff you'll do.
Yeah, big time, man. Yeah. So if it's like Nike or something, just let it sit. But if it's like a small brand you don't plan on getting more of, absolutely go ahead and just buy or absolutely delete the listings. That's a super good question. What are some examples of Keepa charts you stay away from? Price shooting down, competition shooting up, competition going like this, falling off a cliff. It's probably an IP complaint. Not enough movement, sales rank 200K plus, 150K plus, stuff like that you want to avoid for sure.
I'm sure you've got a video on that as well, but just search like red flags with our YouTube names. You probably find like traps, red flags, something. We've made a few videos like that, I assume.
Yeah, I posted one of those last week. It's like, I think it's like products to avoid selling on Amazon. So yeah, guys, that's a good one to take a look at for that. Be pretty nice. Take so long. Are we allowed to use a Prime account for personal orders? Oh yeah, completely. Yeah. That owns a business. Can I apply for wholesale and use it as wholesale for the product? Yes, Jesse, absolutely. See, now here we go. He's got the dog in him right there. If you're thinking about that stuff and haven't even started selling stuff on Amazon, man, you're going to win. Right there. That's fire. That is absolutely fire. I love the way you're thinking about that stuff.
Yeah, that is all those little connections. Like that's why there's no like perfect way to do Amazon, because you're going to have this one little connection with supplements that's going to be a competitive advantage.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Like anything like that you guys can abuse. Like absolutely. Top cashback takes a while to show your cashback. Yeah, I've noticed it pays out at maybe lower rates as well. But I think that's probably person to person as well. Do you have more success top cashback or Rakuten?
Oh, I used to be a huge Rakuten guy, and then they banned me. So we've been rocking with Capital One Shopping.
Are you fully banned from Rakuten now?
Well, I haven't tried in a while, but yeah, I haven't created a new account. So for all intents and purposes, yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Cool, sweet. Yeah, guys. So in about an hour, actually an hour and 1 minute, we'll be going live for the free training. Basically, so make sure you get registered for that if you haven't already. Right there. Can you guys make it? Ooh, I like the way you're thinking, Randy. Making bundles, man. I've never made a bundle. I'm sure there's got to be some good information out there somewhere. I couldn't tell you where it is though. That's for sure.
If you're talking about branded bundles, then that's like kind of a hot topic in some spaces right now.
Cool. Okay. Sweet. And what's that? You might not be familiar.
Branded bundles is like you create your own spoon and you throw it in with like a 2-pack of Jif peanut butter or whatever. Which is super smart. But yeah, as far as like making bundles, Randy, you can make bundles on pretty much anything. It's just usually not worth it unless you can own the trademark for it.
Yeah.
Because then you go and get it ranked and make it profitable, and just the nature of Amazon, like you'll sell it profitably for a few months, but then 20 people hop on and then you did all the work for nothing. So I would only do it if you own a trademark.
Yeah, the nice part about that kind of stuff is that you do get to learn though, which is awesome. You do get to learn stuff about private label and everything, which I think is super valuable.
Yeah, it's definitely not wasted energy.
Yeah.
Sell a spatula with a vitamin bundle. Yeah, that's somebody doing a unhinged branded bundle.
Yeah, what are they thinking with that?
Are they like using a spatula to scoop out the vitamins or something?
Didn't know you could get banned. Oh, well, exactly. I mean, it's more so if like the people come after you that actually like own that product or something.
I think Gene was asking about Rakuten, so it's probably about. Technically, they don't like resellers for cashback, Gene.
True.
And when you run up, like I would assume they owed you several $1,000s.
Those were like 15K. Yeah. That was an obnoxious amount.
Yeah, it's why it's a good idea to split it across providers if you can too, Gene. Do you guys keep track of your invoices in case Amazon loses your inventory? Yeah, absolutely. If you're doing, especially when you're doing OA, you'll automatically kind of have it all stored. So what all you need to do when you place your orders is just have on your spreadsheet when you're tracking everything you buy, just copy paste the order number. So that if you get an IP complaint, you just search the ASIN on your spreadsheet, and then you got 10 order numbers or whatever. You just grab all those PDFs and you're good to go.
Yeah, you got to get really comfortable with Google Sheets. It's pretty easy. You just kind of got to spend like 30 minutes watching YouTube videos on how to do like basic formulas within it. But that's like such a good skill to have. It's like the only useful thing I learned from college.
Yeah, Excel class, like they made us go to like the separate testing center and all that. Like,
yeah. Do you guys have any good prep centers? Yeah, go to cleartheshelf.com. That's our buddy Chris. He has a really nice list on his website that I'm sure you can find one that you trust from. As primary way, should I dive deeper in wholesaler catalog? Yeah, Randy. So it's going to depend, man. It's like where you're at in the journey. And for example, like you can't really, like someone can't decide to reverse source a wholesale catalog today, right? You'd have to get it and everything, right? But you can reverse source OA today, right? So it kind of depends what you're looking for.
Yeah. Is FBM same process as FBA? Yeah, you just send it direct to customer.
Do you have, so no, we only use SellerAmp and Keepa for product research. I'm not really familiar with that deductive reason. Which we're rocking with heavy.
I've used it in the past. It's good for like eBay to Amazon.
Oh, cool. Okay, sweet. All right, that's cool.
It's a good tool. They actually reached out to me when I had 26 YouTube subscribers way back in the day.
That's love. So yeah. That's love right there. Okay, so cool.
The boys at Flipmine, they got a good tool.
Cool. That's love.
It's for eBay.
When I go to shipping centers, I don't see 0 to handling time. Is it 1 day handling time? Well, yeah. So it says 1 day handling time by default, and then you're going to have to change it, hit edit. Although I assume you kind of see that if you're there, but it says 1 right now, but you'll need to change it at some point.
For sure. Did you already talk about order cancels? Best way to beat order cancels there?
Oh, yeah, no. But I think the biggest one is just kind of either giving the site a break, right? Just kind of proving you're not fraud, hitting them up, asking why, or ideally as a group effort, changing around info and figuring out what the differentiating factor was, whether that be account versus no account, PayPal versus no PayPal versus Apple Pay, changing up your email address. It's annoying to deal with, but like you're rewarded handsomely. Typically when you find a formula that can circumvent it, you find a formula that can circumvent it. Yeah,
and discounted gift cards can also help. I'd add to the list there. If they think you're doing like credit card fraud, if you go into the gift card, they know it's not credit card fraud.
Oh, facts. That's a very, very good point too.
Yeah.
Shipping to 0 when using FBM. Yes. Do shipping 0 FBM. Just because customer psychology, man. It's the same reason why Amazon Prime shipping's free. Even though people are paying like double what they would normally be paying basically for that product.
Yeah. Is this a live training you're talking about? No, we're just hanging out for a second. Everybody, if you're not already registered, in the description of this video, we're doing a class in like an hour?
56 minutes, ladies and gents.
It'll be like an hour and a half to 2 hours live Q&A. We'll be doing some demos on screen, showing you how to source some products, showing you some gems that should be super valuable. Lots of Q4 stuff. Even if you already saw on Amazon, you'll find some value. So it's free to come. Registration link is below. Friendly and safe. You're asking if this is the training, so make sure you're signed up there, and we'll see you on the actual class.
Boom. Yeah, check that out, right? And bring a notebook too. Yeah, get you set up right so you can hit the ground running, because we got Q4 fast approaching. It's here, but December is like the big month. We need everyone ready to squeeze the bag. Even you guys over here on Instagram too. We need everyone dialed in for that stuff. Do you find purchase any items that are very profitable that have a higher sales rank, 200K plus, but has a low offer count? Yeah, man, there's some gems in those high sales ranks. You just got to make sure stuff's moving, man, which you're just going to verify from the Keepa chart.
For sure. Did we make it 18 minutes with an ungating question this time? Or am I misremembering?
That
could be the high score.
Yeah,
that's going to be hard to beat. That's hard to beat
right there.
You can ungate Nike with an invoice from pretty much any retailer as long as your Amazon address is on it.
Yep. Big time. So think like Kohl's, Champs, stuff like that, guys. And they'll probably decline you a couple times. What we got?
Do you purchase items that are high sales rank, low offer count? Yeah, especially if you can look back and see like 2 years ago, like we've been doing this on, especially on some wholesale products. You see like a multi-pack where 2 years ago it sold pretty well for $35, and right now it's 45 and it's selling slower. You're still profitable at 35, so you can just come back, lower it to 35, and you get massive volume again.
I just started selling on Amazon. When can I buy the Lambo? That's my favorite. Love the banter. Ferrari 450
after Q4 of
SF90.
27 when you're cash flowing like a ton of money already.
Is there a lot of customer fraud? Nah, Jesse, man, you got to start selling stuff, man. You're worried about like a lot of stuff that doesn't really matter till you get going. So not at all. And like you can't even return like grocery products and stuff, which is probably what you'd end up selling a lot of, being that you have a lot of reselling experience, right? Just with wholesale. Like people can't even return some of them. So you're not going to have to worry about that.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be some level of that stuff. So like, the 0.01% is annoying, but yeah, purchased 3 products last night. Bang.
Boom.
Getting started. Love it.
Product and UPC pictures helped. Attaboy. That's what I'm talking about right there. Away from kicks. Boom. Could have broken the streak again. Yeah. So Matt, I'm putting you in charge of keeping the timer on how long it takes. Okay? We'll start that tomorrow. I'm putting you in charge. Okay. Can we make chat mods?
Probably.
I think so, right? Let's see. I'm pretty sure you can.
It just doesn't ever matter. Like we don't.
Well, no, yeah, that's the nice thing. You know, we
just
try
be,
to
just be for the just be for the banter at this point.
Yeah, you treat us bad, you know. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we know exactly who's getting appointed. Pickle Rick, Armand, Elijah, Street Matt. I'm missing like a couple in there too. Oh, Stallion, obviously. Stallion did 2K in sales yesterday.
Damn.
He's not in here.
With us mentioned Mark's got to be on the list too.
Oh, my bad. I see Stallion and Mark have very similar. They say similar stuff, so that's my bad. But you're absolutely right. Are you factoring in big cash back deals like 15%? Honestly, yes, when it's that significant, as long as you trust the cashback provider and are still making substantial ROI. Yeah, definitely.
And what you can do, like a lot of times you'll see like maybe half the time they pay out for that merchant, just bake in 7.5% if you want to do it that way. But just don't bake it in if it's not 100% every time.
Sure. It's going to take like 2 weeks for that to get available at the warehouse typically. But if you're on like the East Coast, man, it went to like Charlotte or Pennsylvania, it could be quicker. But on average, it'll take around like 2 weeks for stuff to check in.
Sure. Refuse to sell seed oils. There you go. That's your people.
Good. Yeah. I like the energy right there.
Since your first FBA shipment in 3 days ago, how long does it take? Yeah, like a week or two, you'll probably start seeing your first sales, and then everything will be checked in from 2 to 4 weeks from now. Like every last unit. I have
$1,000. Want to start FBA? What's a good strategy to begin with? Yeah, man. Books and retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. Right, you're in the right place, hanging out with us. First off, we'll show you the way. There's also some other good YouTubers that talk a lot about used books, which is a great option on lower capital. Right there. So I'd recommend doing that too. And also just like get a job, you know, too, man. Right? If you don't already, right, just to get some other cash coming in, or maybe like consider doing another business as well, right? When you have that low type of capital base, like all you want to do is learn, because like the deficiency isn't the capital, the deficiency is the skill to create the capital, right? So we need to plug that in basically to make that possible. Yeah, books is the way to go if you got $1,000, I'd say. Like just thrift your way up to like 2 or 3K and then start arbitrage. Yeah, and get those auto ungates too, man. You know, maybe hit to the outlet here and there. You know, just even if you're only buying one of something, you know. Yep. Any tips on easier ways to keep up to date with website sales and discounts? That's a good question. Just check sites like Deals Plus every day. Go to Capital One Shopping. There's like a trending coupons section on the website you can check. Our friend Chris also made Sales Gazer. It's a good option for you. Those are probably the 3 that I would say. Yeah, all the above, and then create a burner email address and spend like an hour. Just put on some good synthwave or like the Big Booty Mix or something like that, and just jam out to some good music. And then go on SellerAmp and Google every product you see what websites are carrying that item, and then go and create accounts on that burner email address on all those websites, and then they'll tell you when they have deals going on too. Right there. Tried me to get their repricer. Nah, don't use the Amazon repricer. If you want a good beginner repricer, Warner and I both recommend BQL. There's an affiliate link in the description. You get a nice free trial of that. And then we both have setup videos too for getting going with repricing. Once you have like 10 plus ASINs, it makes sense to use it. Yeah, I mean it's $25 a month. So if you're spending 2 hours a month, you're valuing your time at $12.50. So right there, absolutely. They called you today to try to get them to use the repricer. That's interesting. That they're like hungry for the bag. They got the MLM like, hello, please use our repricer. My bad. Yeah. Do you have to register? No. So you only need to register once. You can just do that. The link in the description and link in bio if you're interested in tapping in on the free masterclass tonight. We're going to be putting the boys on game, how to get started, how to find your first product, what a good product looks like. There's going to be Q&A as well. And it's just in general, like a lot of people come to these typically, so there's like a lot of good Q&A at the end too, so you want to make sure you stick around for that as well. What up, Jackson? Cool.
You haven't been paid from the cashback services. It takes them a while a lot of times, Matt. Like log in and like right now, I think the next time like Rakuten pays you is like, I got it pulled out. I was curious. It's 11/15, so you got like another month or so. They pay you quarterly.
Okay, auto-ungating. I'm gonna drop the link for auto-ungating. If you only have 20 ASINs, yeah, definitely get BQ if you have 20 ASINs. Right there.
Yeah, I think they're coming from my channel. So Emil, if you go below, click the Launchpad link, and that'll take you to the auto-ungate product list.
Boom. There we go. Everyone's got to get that done too. That's important.
Yep.
As well. Cool. And so yeah, so we'll be on for like 5 more minutes. So keep the questions coming, and then definitely make sure to tap in on the free class tonight as well. Can sauce it up a little bit. Cool. Sergeant, what up? Duffin, Isaac, Carolina, what's up?
Started Amazon 2017, 2020 hit, you stopped. Man, 2020 was the best time to sell on Amazon. I guess you came from private label if you're buying from Alibaba. Yeah, just do arbitrage, wholesale, sell name brands, that kind of thing. Our private label is great. The buying something from Alibaba and slightly changing it route is not really the best these days because the Chinese factories will just exactly do that. So you have to have some kind of like custom spin on it. So yeah, build some cash flow with this. If you think of something cool, like something you're passionate about, you can solve a gap in the market, then yeah, jump back into private label then.
When I'm doing my computer freezes up. Yeah, so I have a Mac that came out last year. What I would do is like go on Facebook Marketplace and lowball someone for like a 2021 Mac, and you'll be able to get one for pretty cheap. Just like the key is lowballing, guys. Like you need to be the type of person that can go on and get a deal. That's like how you're gonna.
If you can't lowball people on a MacBook, you won't be able to land wholesale suppliers.
Yeah. So you got to get in the trenches and lowball some fools on Facebook Marketplace. That is quite literally exactly what you have to do.
Specific criteria, narrow down product during product research. Check out some videos on the channel. We got that kind of stuff. And if you need like a checklist, that's also in the Launchpad link in my YouTube stream. You can go down there. There's a checklist, like 2 pages long, like everything to look for.
How long? Yeah. So connecting BQL to your Amazon account should take like 4 to 8 hours. Good on you for taking action on that too, Isaiah. Right there. I DM'd you on Discord, fake cleanser. So Jesse, only buy from like big, good websites that you've heard of that are on Trustpilot, that are on cashback websites, stuff like that.
Yeah. He sent me a link that was like, probably some like Chinese knockoff, like,
oh, that's so good. Okay.
Yeah. Face cleaners.
So yeah,
just stick to websites of stores you've seen around town for now. You'll find plenty there.
We're not gonna. I don't know how much.
Let's not get you sent to jail.
Total rookie is the training on IG an hour on another platform. Yeah, man. So you want to go to the link in my bio and then register, and then it'll send you to a link basically of where it's held through the software it's out there, basically. Right there.
Connected to be equal to Amazon account. How long should you expect? It could take a few hours.
Yeah,
depends on how much data you have too.
Yeah.
You probably don't have too much if you're in the stream or you're a beginner, that kind of thing, but it might take a couple hours.
Yep.
Do you never buy anything for yourself at full price? I don't think so.
Yeah, that is a major byproduct.
Yeah, you learn to always find a good deal on things.
Yes. Can you walk into a Nike store? No, Jenny. So you're gonna want your business information on that. So you're gonna order online, Kohl's, Nike.com, Champs, one like that. What retailers don't allow resale? I've heard Target. Any others? Not any that you can't circumvent. So like I wouldn't worry about that at all until you get order cancels. Once you do get around them, which there's multiple ways to do. Definitely don't worry about that if you haven't gotten cancels yet.
The other thing to think about is like, even if the site lets you buy $1,000 before you just can't buy anything ever again, you still made $300 like looking at that website. So like,
yeah, and you learn.
You learned like, yeah, you should be banned from at least 10 to 20 websites like permanently, or you're not trying.
Facts. It's absolutely facts. For living in non-permanent, such as dorm room, that's actually where Warner and I both started, was in college housing, and me specifically a dorm room.
You were like cranking directly to the dorm room.
Directly. Like there's flicks of me back in the day, like literally like in it right there.
You could use a prep center if you, I would assume they might not let you build a warehouse out of your dorm room. So if that's the case, use a prep center.
Yeah. But for right now, like you need to be directly in the trenches right there. Taxes on purchase, resale, and the training. Yeah. So you don't need to pay any. I mean, your state's just going to, like the supplier's just going to charge you sales tax, like whenever you run into that. So you like don't even really have to worry about it, like, because they already include it in the cost.
Yeah. Or you ship it to Montana or Delaware and don't pay it at all.
85986.
Cool. Started in 2018 with books, made some mistakes, got frustrated, caused you to quit. No quitting this time. Yeah, I like the energy. Glad you have a little bit of experience. Back for round 2.
There we go. Yeah, that's the way to do it right there.
Chris, if you're trying to get the ball rolling, you should come to the class here in just a second.
Facts.
But I started with books as well. I wish I had done arbitrage sooner.
Can you use sunscreen this time of year? No, I mean I don't, but you could. Yeah, you definitely can.
We stopped sourcing it, if that's what you're asking there. Just seasonally, like it's going to be less people selling it. Prices are going to go down because people often will have the same supply and way less demand.
Facts. Yeah, and the nice thing is you can see all this stuff on Keepa too. 2 jobs and Amazon FBA, the Screw Pro. That's can't be stopped. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I like the energy right now.
And then put all that extra money into Black Friday sales, sell it FBM in the next 2 weeks, and that's an easy like 50% multiple on your money. Like
when shipping to FBA, does make most sense to fill a box completely? Absolutely. You're thinking the right way, man. Favorite store at the outlets, Nike outlet, not even close. Adidas and Puma are good too, though. But you could just do Nike outlets and like really clean up. Right there.
I mean that by itself is like replace a bad job. Like Nike outlet once a day. Like
if you got close to you too, even better.
Yeah.
Cool, sweet. All right, guys. So we're gonna hop off for now. We'll see you in 42 minutes. Right there. Make sure you get registered at the link in my bio and the link in the description on YouTube. It's in Warner's as well. Right there. And we will see you guys soon. Excited to chop it up for a little while. And then there's Q&A at the end too. So there's a lot of good questions people ask Q&A. So we want to see you guys there for that too. Okay.
See you guys in a second.
Sweet. See you guys soon.